No, I invited a lady to a show, and the set was middling, and she left the lobby before I could speak to her.
And so you smashed your headphones over that?
No.
Man.
It was more
I
like
hate to sound like
I was practicing defending her because I knew that the bar had been raised. So I
Rage
said,
is always
if
scary
anyone
coming from
was,
Jackson.
If
I know.
anyone was to come for her, I was like, I'll know how to.
Sure,
to
that's
beat
what you're
them.
doing.
Uh-huh.
I hate to sound like Iceberg Slim here, but you shouldn't let a bitch control your feelings.
They don't. I'm changed now. That other
It's not a
guy,
PIMP
that
move.
guy, the guy from last week holding that voodoo doll hostage, talking about pussy. That's not me. I'm a swinger. I was a Zebulon getting fucked by some hipster chicks all night. So I'm not worried about it. I even said no to a woman. All right.
You
Okay.
said no to going to another place amongst a group of people.
That a woman invited me to, and I said no.
Yeah, but it was.
I said hell no, and it felt good, and I felt like a real man.
Yeah.
Keep
I'd say
them
no. That's
bitches-
an iceberg slim
Keep
move.
them bitches
Yeah.
Kinda.
whining at the door.
Kind of.
Keep them scratching at the door.
Right.
Yeah.
So, did she hit you up this morning all fired up about the fact that you said no?
No.
Yeah, okay. Just wondering.
I hate to sound like Iceberg Slim, but you should get her addicted to drugs.
Yeah, and hit her.
Well, I got one drug she's gonna get addicted to.
Yeah, what's that?
That's our sponsor, Lenny and Larry's complete package protein cookies. And get that ass nice and fat with Lenny and Larry's complete cookie.
Okay, but can we talk about cruising?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson and I watched quite possibly the worst movie ever made.
Okay.
And it came out in 1980, I believe, and it was
yeah.
by William Friedkin, the guy who did The Exorcist, and he did other great movies.
To Live and
Okay.
Die in L.A., Exorcist.
Oh, wow.
But he made a film called Cruising where Al Pacino goes undercover as a gay guy to hunt down a gay serial killer.
Yeah.
And it's basically like he walks around at a gay bar seeing all these gay dudes making out. It's basically like the bar scene in Star Wars where it's just like, what is this?
Seriously, Jackson made a really salient point where he was like, once he agrees to do the job and decides to enter the underworld of homosexuals in New York, it literally is like they left the planet.
Yeah.
Like, and go to a different, like, you're like, is this still New York?
It's like gay Narnia. It's fucking insane.
It is. It's like, I think the movie had good intentions, but it came across as one of the most homophobic things I've ever seen in my life. The first murder scene.
They intercut it with sodomy, dude.
Yeah.
Wow,
So there's a gay serial killer, and I think the point is they're trying to be like, he's trying to stab out his own homosexuality, I think is the point. But it doesn't. They don't achieve that at all. So it's like this gay killer.
Worked for me.
He's dressed as a biker, with the police cap. He's like, looks like he's in Judas Priest.
Yeah.
And first of all, they must have been filming this movie. They must have had like 8 days to film this movie. Because they overdub, they ADR all the audio so poorly too. So we're like when I'm talking, you hear the air conditioner, and then Jackson talks, there's no air conditioner all of a sudden, and it's way louder than when somebody else is talking. So he's like, hey boy, what are you into? You into water sports? And but so he gets this guy.
Like, yeah, I like water sports.
Yeah. It's the audio is, and they like just shift tones so much. Like there's like 1 minute like it's like this horror movie and there's horror music playing and there's a guy getting killed, and the next minute they're playing like the New York Dolls and Al Pacino's just walking down the street in gay clothes with rock and roll going on, and it's like a silly movie, and then but the message is so weird in that movie because in the end you get these hints that Al might actually be gay.
Yeah, and he's like, don't let him take me away. Don't
Yeah.
let me lose myself,
And
baby.
he's like, it's like The Fly. Have you seen The Fly?
Is it like, or is it like the Departed, where he's like, I don't know where the character ends and
Yes.
I begin.
I don't know where the
but he's
ass
like
ends
a
and the
gay
cock
dude instead of a
begins.
fucking
Yes.
mob member.
In The Fly, so he has we're doing this all disjointed, but like in The Fly, he slowly turns into a fly. This guy, like every time Al Pacino visits his girlfriend, he's got a little more leather on. He's got a little, like his jeans are a little tighter.
Kind of mesh.
Yeah, he's slowly turning into a leather daddy as he visits her. And the best part of the movie is when he gets...
It's like leprosy.
Yeah,
when you're
exactly.
around it.
That's part of the message that
crazy.
is insane.
Or Venom and Spider-Man.
When he gets pulled into the cop's office, who is Servino? Paul Servino is the cop. He gets pulled into the office, And when he's getting suggested the undercover, because it's basically Donnie Brasco for the gay world.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hearing.
He calls him in the office, and Paul goes, "What is it? You ever had your cock sucked by a man?" That's the first thing he says to him. And he's like, "Huh?" Even Al was like a little like the actor Al Pacino, not the character, was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, "You ever had your pole smoked?
Yeah, you ever had your pole smoked by another fella?"
Do you like men?" And
Like-
their dialogue is always like, he's always like, he turns in the suspect. He's like, "You fingered this guy. Now we're up to our ass in this thing."
It's all homoerotic dialogue. There's one scene that is inexplicable. Do not understand it, right? So Al Pacino, he's only, it's just like it's just like Donnie Brasco or whatever, where it's like nobody knows except the cop who's in charge of him that he's underground and that he's a cop.
Yeah.
So he's in a room. He thinks he's got the killer, and they're about to butt fuck. And Al Pacino's like naked, and he's handcuffed or whatever. He's about to fuck this guy who he thinks is the killer. And the cops bust in and arrest him, and he can't blow his cover, so he can't admit he's a cop. So he's sitting there getting interrogated, and they have him back. And as the cops are interrogating him,
He pulls his badge out of his ass.
no, even weird. That would have been a normal, like, it would have been weird that it was in his ass, but that would have made sense logically that he would. No, way crazier. He's sitting there getting interrogated, sitting at a table, and all of a sudden the door opens, and about a 6'9" black dude in a thong
And a
comes
cowboy hat.
and a cowboy hat
Leather
comes
out,
in
naked.
It just slaps the shit out of him and then walks away like he was with the cops or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they bring
It was a
in-
part of the interrogation, but they let him loose. It looked like an old Roman movie where they're like, "We're gonna set a minotaur out on you." Like it was so weird. This naked guy in a cowboy hat, and Jackson's like, maybe it's a dream. He's gonna wake up.
It's like surrealist.
They don't explain it at all.
It was like a David Lynch movie.
Yeah, it was
fucking.
but with no intention.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and when the first murder that they intercut the stabbing with anal sex, they
Yeah.
just fucking do little.
Well,
frames
Jackson
of-
also with his porn eyes.
Yeah,
I didn't
caught the
catch it at
frames.
first because it was one frame. It was
Yeah.
it was that fast, and Jackson goes, "I think they just showed some sodomy." And so I hit rewind.
That's a pile driver. Done.
That's
So
like
we
what-
did the space trick, hit
Yeah.
the space bar over and
It's
over
on
and over
36
again.
millimeter.
Yeah, and then we hit space bar, space bar, space bar, space bar. Oh, cock in the ass. Space bar right back, and Jackson's like, "I knew it."
I should be a gay detective. I should go undercover. I think they shot at me. I knew it. As I'm getting fucked
I
up
got
the ass.
a hunch.
I
There's
knew
some
you were
sodomy.
gay. You are busted, mister.
That movie also, Pacino seems to be coked out of his mind, gives his worst performance I've ever seen him give. And then at the end, he starts falling in love with his neighbor, and they don't spend any time on any of these B and C stories.
Is the neighbor a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in a gay neighborhood. Like I said, he's like he entered another planet where everybody he interacts with is gay. It's so insane.
Yeah.
Gay world.
Yeah. So he falls in
Water world too. Gay world.
still drinking piss. He falls in love with his neighbor, so he just, as a cop, he just kills the neighbor's boyfriend because he's in love with him, and nobody addresses it. They find him, he's dead. He just gets away with it. And then at the end, the last
Happy ever after.
no, the last scene, he goes back to his girlfriend, and
Okay.
He's shaving. He's like de-transforming. He's like shaving,
Going-
and he's
getting
got
Taking his
Straight
leather,
again.
his
He's-
assless chaps off.
And then she puts on she finds his leather jacket and his hat and his sunglasses, and she dresses up as a leather daddy, and that's how it ends. And I don't know if you're supposed to think, I don't know what you're supposed to think, but I know you're supposed to think something. But that movie's so disjointed and confusing that,
Yeah. It's shit.
I don't fancy myself a film intellectual, but that one stumped me. I
Yeah.
will say
And
that.
Friedkin, I guess, hates Pacino because of that movie. Maybe Pacino disrupted it. They were like, "What do you think of Pacino?" He's like, "I don't give a flying fuck what Pacino thinks.
No,
Into a rolling donut."
Yeah. I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut what Al Pacino thinks. I love old-timey
That's how I feel about
phrases.
you and you and you. I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut what you think.
Really? Well, why do you get so defensive when we make fun of you?
Yeah.
Because I don't care what you think. You're like, I didn't bring any weapons today. Only the weapon of love.
Yeah, this is a little catch-up episode. Dude, when I was... should I move to Europe? That's my question to you guys.
Didn't you already do
Why
that?
don't you take a sabbatical?
Well, no, I took a sabbatical the first time.
Okay.
I never had a passport or any shit like that. I never had to get a visa.
Can
like,
your
I see.
lover, who shall remain nameless, can she work in Europe
yeah, I'm sure.
for the theater?
Sure.
Maybe.
I haven't gotten that far into the equation.
What part of Europe?
No, I have, but yeah, I've spent a lot of time. No, tons of time thinking about that.
Yeah.
Of course, no idea though.
I'm thinking like Paris, Kiev. There's a lot of
Yeah,
different
Kiev.
stuff going on in Europe.
Yeah, Bosnia.
Yeah. Moving to Poland. That's good right now.
Yeah, I really like Orban. I'll go to Hungary.
Yeah. I'm trying to help the Kurds get a home. That's what I'm going for.
No, it'd be probably Switzerland or Germany.
Okay.
Switzerland or Germany.
Hey.
Switzerland is expensive, but it evens out.
Yeah.
You make more money there, so it doesn't matter. Like the average salary for a McDonald's employee there is like $75,000 a year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like, I think you're still living like you work at McDonald's there. That's how expensive it is. I don't think you're living a lavish.
Yeah.
You know that I read that in New York, if you make $100,000, that's like in the rest of the country, that's like living off of $35,000 a year.
That's so crazy.
It's so nuts. But I don't know. I wonder if I should go there and just become a one of those Christopher Columbuses of comedy.
Yeah.
Introducing humor to the Germanic folk. I have like a Mad magazine and an axe. You will convert.
Brian's like, I'm playing the beer hall putsch.
Yeah, exactly. I did play. It was weird. A lot of the venues were underground.
Yeah.
A lot of them. It felt like comedy was illegal.
That's funny. That's kind of cool.
Underground's rad.
Yeah, underground comedy's sick.
typically.
Yeah. It's just odd, but it's like really beautiful buildings with like one bar we played in Frankfurt was built in the 1500s.
Really? That's cool.
It's insane.
That's wild.
It was a sex club.
Damn, we missed it when we bombed them. That sucks.
I know.
One got away.
The sex club.
It's
They
the only
landed
building in Hamburg that didn't burn.
Yeah, exactly.
The bombers landed and went and fucked in the sex club.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's leave this one for later.
By God, Johnny, she's into water sports. Talk about a lucky strike.
Talk about a water landing.
Everybody's just fucking. What's that guy's name who died of cancer as an airport? John Wayne. Everybody's just John Wayne. You're gonna suck my cock, all right? Listen, you German whore. I need you to take a heater on my chest. You take a big hot brown heater on my chest.
All right, Pilgrim. Getting sucked off. That's what he says when he comes. All right, Pilgrim. I'll let you live. Pick it up. Pick up the dildo and put it in my ass.
I don't fancy him either, but it was a draft, all right? I had to come here. Now take a shit on my chest, Pilgrim.
I will play a 27-year-old when I'm 49, and you're going to suck me off. You hear me? That's one dude I buy, yeah. When people say he was a bastard, I'm like, I buy that. Just look at the face he wears around.
I know. Yeah, dude. Well,
Fuck you.
The worst people are always going to be the people who are in the arts, but they try to be like a conservative macho man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Steven Seagals, the John Waynes, where it's like, you're an actor. You're an
Yeah,
artist.
exactly.
Remember,
You're playing
I'm
pretend.
only sexy.
Yeah.
When I play pretend, I only pretend sexy. So the illusion will become real.
I like to play the kind of
Pilgrim.
man I'd want to lay down with.
Oh my God. If I'm
John
not-
Wayne in Cruising. Listen, Pilgrim, you ever had your cock sucked by a man?
John Wayne sucked off by gay doppelganger in Cruising 2. A new motion capture masterpiece. Andy Serkis as John Wayne and gay John Wayne. Cruising 2.
Howdy, partner.
Cruising 2. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's far enough. All right, back up.
I mean, if you've seen his director, John Ford, he looks like he's shooting porn the whole time. You know, John Ford, the guy who directed all those John Waynes, he would wear an eye patch, but he would switch the eye. That's hilarious. He didn't need an eye patch at all.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
He's like a cartoon pirate.
He would just switch sides with it. He's
Fuck it.
Oh my God! That's a guy that's just like some things are just too old. You know what I mean? Like Lenny Bruce, I can't. It doesn't make me laugh. It's just too. It's like another language. It's like in Yiddish. I don't know what the fuck.
Comedy like is one of those arts that like, paintings are always beautiful. You know what I mean? No matter what era the painting's from, you're like, this is a great painting. You watch comedy from like 20 years ago, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
God.
This is awful.
That's how I feel when I perform in Silver Lake. When I'm like, I'm horny, and they're just like, they don't like that.
People were horny 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Ford movies are too old for me. I can't watch them. Like you watch it on YouTube, they're like, he's the most important, preeminent American director. He changed everything, and you watch it, and you're like, it's so fucking slow. I can't listen to the wind for 20 minutes.
Yeah. I'll get a
just
spanking
shot
for
of.
that. I feel the same about Kurosawa. It's a little slow for me.
Both of them have many shots where it's like,
Yeah.
I'll get my ass kicked.
when you're like, I get it. You're outside. It's windy.
Don't tell Quentin. Don't tell Quentin I didn't like Kurosawa. Quentin, please. Don't put me in your 10th film. I'll be
Seven
a bug
Samurai's
boy.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if you don't understand Hidden Fortress, okay,
We're
you have
playing-
no reason to pick up a camera, all right?
All right. He got it in my stand-up. That's why I'm hating editing my special, because I go, okay, after every fucking joke, you go, all right, okay.
You have to be your own biggest fan, okay? Fuck yeah, I'm the best filmmaker, all right?
I'm not here to cheerlead anybody's shit, all right? All right, we're playing Terminator, but it's on Friday at 2 p.m., all right? Don't do this to me.
I have to quit my job. That is a temptress for you, huh?
Yeah.
Terminator at 2 in the afternoon.
Dude, for real, dude.
Quentin, why are you doing this to me?
You don't respect me. No, I want.
Jackson, why don't you have rent? Well, Quentin, please, you're
Yeah.
here 2 at
Well,
2 p.m.
I
on a
did,
weekday.
I did once I did once cockblock myself, or rather alienated a couple of women because they said that we were at a pool party and they said Terminator was bad good, and I
was
stepped
here.
in and insisted that it was genuinely good, and well, we didn't get along for the rest.
You sound
of the
like Jack Nicholson in the Batman when he,
Yeah.
listen
funny, it's like such a-
right? It's a pretty good movie.
Well, it's such a playful, like, easy thing to, like, flirt about.
Yeah,
You just be
there's
like, no, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, I didn't say they're an idiot. I was just.
You said you're wrong. You're wrong. It's good, and they're just like, I just think it's stupid fun. Like it was such a not a deep.
Jackson, you were treating them as an equal, and that's not how you get laid.
I was treating. I was.
You have to pander.
Dude, I should tell the helmet story. Speaking of getting laid, speaking of trying to treat women with decency and
Oh yeah, he fucked a girl who had to wear a helmet.
I didn't
While
fuck
you
a girl
fucked
in
her?
a fucking hell. I didn't fuck a girl in a.
He's always.
Look at the works we've done.
I'm gonna smash the other ear on these headphones.
Okay.
What's the mark on your above your right nipple?
I don't know what it is. Like, let's just
It
get
looks
to
like
the
a
sto-
brand. It
I
looks
wanna-
like your initials.
I'm horny.
That's like some devil marking.
I was hanging out with a lady. Went to the movies with a friend and a lady friend. And we were all going.
Terminator 2.
T-1000.
Worst catchphrase I've ever. I've heard get her done, and that's worse.
Fuck you. It's better than no catchphrases, you son of a bitch. What's your catchphrase? I don't like it.
Shut the fuck up, cocksuckers.
Yeah. Nothing brings me joy.
Stop laughing.
Everyone was happy except for me. Anyways, we get out of the movie. We get out.
That
of,
made me happy.
we get out of the film, and my buddy's gonna. Would you like to hop on my motorbike? And the girl's like, sure, but she doesn't have a helmet. And I was like, maybe we'll just Uber over to your place, because my OCD and intrusive thoughts. I just picture her on the road, fucking brains blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it
But
is.
that's like something you're picturing the whole night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like it when it's not me doing it to her.
Yeah. Anyone's gonna kill her.
Why does the road get to have all the fun?
We gotta keep those brains very safe.
Because I'm gonna preserve them in a jar. I can't have them scattered when I put them into my body.
As much as I love a puzzle, sweetheart, I just like it a little easier.
When I put mother's brain in your body and give her another 50 years. Don't spoil it, you stupid bitch.
I wasn't supposed to be told. I wasn't supposed to be told this, but my girlfriend asked Jackson what his ideal woman is, and he said my brain on her body.
Oh, yeah. I said my brain in Zach's girlfriend's body. And you weren't even there.
I love all these podcasts are going to be eventually labeled as Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, Exhibit.
Busted. So we get into the Uber to drive to my buddy's house, and I was like, sorry, I just didn't want you to ride that motorcycle without a helmet. And the Uber driver goes, you got to stop being so nice to her, man. It's just like, what the fuck? I'm not being a pussy because I'm like, yo, I don't want your head to explode. I'm a little bitch pussy. I want you to live. You don't know without a helmet, you dumb bitch. I'll break your fucking
He
back.
said that in front of her?
In front of us. He said it to
That's
me. He goes, stop
hilarious.
being so nice to her.
And then you get to where you're going, and she's like, I'm going to stay with him.
Fuck you, bitch. That's the first chapter of the game. Is just like, don't let her live. She'll think you're a pussy.
Act like you'd be fine if she died in front of you.
Yeah. Dude, fuck. That was the thing. This person is European, just the easiest human being to talk to. The European women are like, we are equal. And it's like, hey, that's great. American women are like, but are we? But I still want you to have a headboard and $1 million. I have a headboard. And where's my reward, huh? Where are the fruits of my labor? I have
a board
leather
full of human
headboard.
heads.
I have a leather headboard. You can firmly plant
Looks
your
like the
fucking
catacombs.
heads. You can put your hands on this headboard. I'll put a fucking mirror there too. For God's sakes, nothing I do is right.
Well, I'll tell you, the first problem with your bedroom is not whether or not you have a
Okay,
headboard.
well, we'll get to it. I don't have any time, baby. I'm a transit lord. I'm a transit lord. Dude, there's no time. I gotta go. There's no time to clean up. I gotta go. Now I gotta go shoot. Now I gotta go edit. Now I gotta go. There's no time. I don't have time for the girls. So the answer is no.
Did you learn to speak from Spock? Who
I'm well
taught
spoken. I'm well
Kind of.
spoken.
You're weirdly spoken.
What did I say that was so? I said go.
A transit lord, I
I'm
believe.
the transit lord of the transit. I'll protect you, my baby. I'm a transit lord.
She's like, how are we going to get off this bus? Don't worry, babe. I'm transit lord.
I'm a transit lord.
I know all the tricks of the train.
Bus
Show
driver,
my
if she
badge.
requested to stop, she was lying. She's staying on here with me.
She's 4 seats ahead. She doesn't even know you're there.
Don't get on
The
that
transit lord gets
motorcycle.
his pick. You've entered my domain.
This is the realm of the transit lord.
You're definitely a transient, for sure.
Yeah.
Would you like to kiss me on a piss-soaked seat? Would you like... Oh, the seats are all covered in urine. Who could have done it? You must sit on my lap if you're to remain dry. Oh, no.
That is a bold move with LA.
Piss on every seat?
No, the fabric seat
Yeah.
on the LA subway. What a who?
It's for the pee, so
They
it's not
don't
like
give a fuck.
super wet on your butt. You know what I mean? When you sit down after a guy
Is this
pisses
what the
on it.
pitch was?
I think that's the idea.
And they're like,
No,
"Hey,
if we take a plastic, then it's not going to absorb any piss.
it's just puddles everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather you sit in a. Yeah, everybody loves to sit on a wet
This way.
sponge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love the feeling, especially when it's still just red hot. When it's white hot.
what, sitting
piss.
on a piss-soaked
hot piss.
subway seat?
Oh, yeah.
Is this genuine?
What? No, I've never
Okay.
said
Okay. I was going to say, get the fuck off my couch. That's what I was going to say.
Brian did scold me because I brought I brought clothes home from the subway station.
He treated me like I was such a dick. He brings
He's a
in
bring down
clothes
bummer, man.
He's treating me like I'm a wet blanket because he brought clothes in from the subway.
Okay.
And he's like, I washed them. And I'm like, I don't know if washing kills bed bugs, like, especially because he probably doesn't even have laundry detergent.
I have laundry detergent.
But, like, wouldn't that gross you out? If
Yeah,
somebody
like, did you just found
Okay,
clothes
now
on the
listen.
subway?
Yeah.
I
and
washed
I'm a wet
it,
blanket.
and I washed it, and then Brian bitched me out, and then I threw it out, and I ordered a duplicate online.
Yeah, that's fine. But,
Women's
like,
XL.
yeah, that's great.
Thank God for fat chicks. You know what I'm talking about? Cut that out. I respect all women.
Well, that's a funny thing, too, because I know it was like women's clothing.
Oh, for sure it was.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is women's clothing. It's all women's clothing.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No.
girls have all the fun, dude.
Yeah, it's either Axl Rose or like a 45-year-old woman who works at the DMV. Like you do wear that leopard.
But that's the same.
Women don't like
you're right. That is the same thing.
women.
Steven
Women
Tyler.
like t-shirts and
Yeah.
fucking women like t-shirts and ball caps. Although I fucked like a motherfucker at Zebulon, my leather jacket. I fucked like a motherfucker.
I'm sure you.
How's that for Spock talk? Getting my fucking cock sucked, my lollipop exploding at Zebulon.
That actually does sound like
It sounded.
that sounds like how Spock would talk about
It sounded like if Spock was drunk. Somebody got Spock drunk.
Jim,
floating with Zebulon.
Jim, I think my lollipop might explode at the planet Zebulon. Jim. Jim, if we go full through with this, my lollipop will fucking explode for cheap on the planet Zebulon. Spock, when he comes.
Spock, did you get into my space mead?
Space mead. More like Space Seed. That's for the Trekkies out there, huh? Greatest episode of all time where we introduced Khan. Anybody? You guys are fucking idiots. You know what? And any girls who don't know that episode, they're fucking idiots too. And I won't sleep with you. If you don't know Space Seed, you're not getting any of this. You don't know Space Seed.
That sounds like a really hot girl, the one who knows about the space seed.
Yeah. Well, you know, it comes and goes. Hot for a nerd is
My
like,
lollipop exploded at Zebulon.
I'll make your lollipop fucking explode. At Planet Zebulon, Jim. Jim, I'm so hard. Vulcans couldn't get hard every 7
Beam me
years.
into that pussy, Jim.
Every 7 years, I'm hard for 4 hours.
He's like a cicada cock.
Because Vulcans have emotional outbursts every 7 years because they're an emotionless race. Girls? Girls, please.
Ladies, I'm also wearing your clothes.
What could
What
go
more
wrong?
could you want?
What the hell am I doing wrong?
We only need one closet, babe.
So you can like their clothes, but you can't pretend to like the movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the actual reason you can't move to Europe. You have responsibility here.
to
in the
take
state
care
of
of me.
Jackson
Right.
Banks.
And you do. Speaking of responsibilities,
never be welcome back.
I think you do have a responsibility.
What's that?
And I just want to say, I hope you gave a lot of thought about your future with Melinda at those poppy fields, because as a delicious child of divorce, who never learned about real love, I've learned a lot watching your love blossom and grow. And I'm proposing, I want you two to be my new parents with this ring. I want to be your son. I
You
want
gotta
to be
get
your
on your
son.
knee.
You're 31.
I'm 32, bitch. I want to be your son. I want to be your baby boy, huh?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
You-
take that ring. You're the daddy now.
I don't want it. No, that's been on your fingers.
Come
Yeah.
on. Well, let's put it on that cock. Let's put it on that cock, huh? Let's put it on that cock, huh?
That's too big.
Come on. Somebody. Well, you got to make the union real.
I could use it as a scrunchie for my ball sack. Give my ball sack a top bun.
So no, I'll
Like a
never. I
Kurosawa
won't.
film.
Yeah, I know. I've been out of. I've been out of line dressing as you, dressing as Melinda, you know. But it's really, it's really just out of a desire.
Her name
to-
is Shoshana.
Shoshana, dressing up as Shoshana, wearing Shoshana's clothes, you know, never washing them so they still have the scent. But I'm prepared to be your son.
What do you
This is
bring
touching. You're not going to accept?
What are you bringing to the table as a son?
I'm a legacy.
Do I have to put you through college?
A lot of success, a lot of spreading the Vokey family name. I become Jackson Vokey, and I'll be knocking up girls at Zebulon all night. getting my lollipop sucked at Zebulon, knocking up girls at Zebulon for you, Daddy and Mom. Let's get her in here. Let's get Mother in here. Let's get Mother in here. Huh?
Every time I'm right about to play along, he says something that makes my skin crawl. I can't join in.
Let's get Mother in here. Huh?
No, we're not getting. Shoshana's busy.
Sorry, Shoshana, get in here. Shoshana.
She's making your bed.
She's making you chocolate chip pancakes right now.
Oh my God.
All right, get back in here.
All right, so you're
Okay,
dead.
yeah.
All right.
That was nice.
Thanks.
That
This
was
is
really
great.
nice.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
See,
You're not gonna put it.
I'm not putting you through college. I'm not.
I put me through grad school.
I'm not
again.
buying
Put
you
me
a
through-
car.
put me- oh, you son of a bitch! Give me that back. you and I'm spacing.
How about you and your bitch?
It's just you and Olivia. What's going on? And whatever her name is.
No,
And
we're
anybody,
good.
any takers to be for a son? Come on, takes a
won't
village.
even tell the
It takes a
name.
village. It takes a village.
Willie's done a great job of sequestering his girlfriend from this podcast.
Yeah, it's
When are we
awesome.
gonna
She's
meet
so
her?
insulated. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
When are we bringing those taco girls over? I want
She
to get
doesn't even-
laid, son.
Oh, I forgot about that. We
Yeah.
got hit up. This woman in the neighborhood likes our podcast.
Oh, that's
and
great.
She
Hell
wants.
yeah.
She sells tamales.
Fuck yeah.
She wants to bring them in.
Please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I forgot. I'm glad you reminded. That was before Europe. I totally
yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's super cool. She likes my stand up, and then she followed Concrete Kicks.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and she's in the neighborhood. Take that, white guy who got mad at me for making gentrify jokes.
Yeah. Screw
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Fuck you. I
Totally.
support local businesses. I'm gonna buy a pollo burrito.
Yeah.
In a Momo. I've got a new.
In a Momo?
In a Momo. I got a new daddy. I got to do mommy. I'm gonna celebrate a big
Zach-
burrito.
Zach and Olivia.
And
We're-
you guys
we're-
aren't
we
like
got Zach and Olivia.
lawyers or anything.
Don't
I mean,
tell
you're not
Olivia
really
I forgot it.
gentrifying.
It was just a moment. It was just a spacey moment. I know Olivia's name.
No, yeah, it's okay. We support your complete independence as her parents.
Okay. No.
Yeah,
That's not a big deal.
over
No,
here
no,
we
no.
raise our kids under the theory of tough love.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to
Yeah.
go leave the nest.
Here,
and-
get on my knee, Jackson.
Oh,
Oh, backfire.
speaking of my lollipop fucking exploding for cheap, I just have some new parents. I think I got spanked once as a kid.
I was getting my hair cut the other day, and as the woman was washing my hair, and I was like, I can't imagine Jackson in this situation right now.
Oh, it's the best.
This woman washing her hair, he would get arrested.
Yeah.
Just wash it a little longer.
It's like watching, like, is this olive oil?
Yeah, he puts peanut butter in there so that she has to wash it for hours.
And I'm just like, you missed a spot.
Yeah.
We had a hairdresser in a salon in Michigan who past her prime, but kept it in shape. But she would do her shampoos from the.
You were the manager.
Yeah.
This is you describing her employee. She was past your prime, but she kept it in shape.
Well, she was
that's fucked up.
sucking dick in the changing room for money and stuff.
Oh,
Occasionally.
wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
But she would do her.
There you go.
She
Too bad
would,
you don't have money.
yeah, she would do shampoo. She would do her shampoos. From
I have
the
money
front.
now. I have money now. I have money now. I was taking Ubers this weekend all over. Get back to the.
She would do her shampoos from the front.
Just mounting you. Also, I do blowies for $10 in the back.
Too bad if I rest my. Hey, listen, my pussy is it's past its prime, but I've kept
But
it
I've kept
tight.
it in shape.
She's got other tricks. She pulls out every trick in the back. Just yeah, and it's like the cleavage in the face and the
Yeah.
straddle
Yeah.
and just all
Good
of it.
Lord. Oh, I gotta get a haircut. It's getting long. It's getting long.
It's in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
in Michigan?
Yeah, it's no problem.
Oh no! I better go to
Get out there?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Where is Michigan? That's like.
You're now to things you don't need to know. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
Upper Midwest.
Okay,
Yeah.
Upper Midwest. I like that's
Yeah.
Detroit and all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
good
it.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
she still employed?
Yeah.
You guys knew she was turning tricks and you didn't give a shit?
It's speculated, it's we're pretty sure, but almost no one got fired.
Anybody who could fire her has been sucked off by her. So she
Yeah,
has.
exactly.
She
Why would
has
you want to
I
take
have
that
to-
away from your employees?
All right. I can't stay mad at you.
A stern warning, but
a dollar earned is a dollar saved.
The employee of the month again. Sasha. Wow.
What was her name?
What's her full name?
I'm not gonna say.
Shoshana.
Shoshana Lovendowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it or whatever.
No, don't
okay.
don't put any extra work in for me,
Yeah.
please. It's not worth it. Although I did
Mini,
bleep,
mini.
I bleeped one of your jokes.
Fair.
But it sounds like you just said the N-word after I bleeped it, and you very clearly didn't. But you said something. We were talking. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, we were talking about. There was some kind of slave conversation going on, and then you said something, and then you go, "Cut that out." So like you go,
I remember though. Yeah.
You're like, "I'm not gonna," and then it goes bleep, and then you go, "Cut that out," and it just sounds like worse. Actually, bleep
for sure.
sounds way worse, bleep. But it's already published. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, this is, thanks for exonerating me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sober Zach saying the N-word.
I know. Oh, we got to talk that story that Bruce reminded me of. That I didn't know. I played along with Bruce, and then I had to admit I didn't remember it.
Yeah.
But he told me a story about you.
Oh, I think I told you this in the car.
Yeah. I remember this.
Funniest
well.
fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, there's some drawbacks to not drinking for sure. I'm way less cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I laughed like it's like it didn't even happen to me because I have such a shitty memory. I'm like, this is a great story. But I did Kill Tony years ago, and I just left my best friend's funeral, and I was up in the Bay, and I drove back, and I was driving back through LA, and kind of was like, I guess I don't really know what to do. I'm just gonna go to the Comedy Store. So I did a set. I got called up on Kill Tony because at that point I was getting called up every single time. And I did my set and it went really well. And then the interview, I was such a fucking bummer because I just left a funeral.
Yeah.
And Tony was even trying to like help me out. He was like, "What's going on with you? This usually goes better." And I was like, "My fucking friend just died. I just left his funeral." And he's like, "Oh Christ!" And anyway, and so I walk off the stage. And according to Bruce, everybody's like trying to make me feel, but they're like, "Good set, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And Zach's probably what I would imagine is in a suit that time because he used to wear a suit.
Completely blackout drunk.
Blackout drunk. Probably doesn't even know how funny what he's doing is.
He was always in a suit.
Yeah, he's always in a suit, blackout drunk, and everybody's consoling me and making me feel better. And then I go to sit down, and Zach, wasted, pulls the chair out from under me, and I fall on my ass on the day of my best friend's funeral. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. You want to talk about comedic timing? That's
fucking perfect.
That is,
No, my wits were about me. I was like, as you're coming, I'm like, it will be very funny.
so you remember it?
Yeah.
Oh,
very
yeah.
well, clearly. Yeah, like Tony was like, that's how big of pieces of shit comics are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. There was a lot. I mean, you like you would get blackout drunk, and like I remember one time. We don't need to tell the details of the story, but I always laughed so hard thinking about the time you showed up to the Comedy Store looking like a boiled lobster because you had gotten kicked out of a pool party in Vegas and had to walk for 10 miles. Which I was thinking about it later. That day you said you had to walk 10 miles. I imagine it was probably. You were probably just lost and like wasted and just circling. It was probably could have been a quick walk. But you're just so drunk.
It was like 2.5 miles, but yeah, I got kicked out. I left. I left my phone, my wallet, my shoes.
Oh my
I
God.
had no shirt. I was just drunk as shit, barefoot with no identity, just walking around Vegas. I walked through the Bellagio because that's where I was staying. Just barefoot, no ID, no phone, no shirt.
Burnt to a crisp.
Just no way into your room?
My feet were torn up. Yeah, and I just like somehow got through and got up to my room. Was just knocking on the door. My buddy was napping at the time, fortunately.
Unbelievable, dude. Like an actual hangover story.
Yeah.
Fucking awful, didn't it?
I also one time I left a white party in Detroit, like where you had to wear
What's a white party? Yeah.
wear all white, and
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I've heard
Clarify.
another-
Yeah. I was like, I gotta clarify what a white party
Yeah, I think he means rally, but I'm pretty sure.
is. A meeting.
it was also largely white.
It's in the middle of the woods.
We all concealed our identity with these hoods.
Yeah. So I'm schlepping this cross. So you left the Klan party.
Yeah, I left the Klan party. I was very drunk in the middle of Detroit, and then for some I decided it was like New York where you could hail a taxi, and so I was just drunk as shit, walking around Detroit in like too tight linen pants because I borrowed them from my brother because I didn't have white linen pants because I'm a loser. And
I don't think
no, I'm
that's.
kidding. I know. and I
What kind of idiot doesn't have white linen pants?
and I was just for
I think the rest of the story makes you a loser.
for an hour just trying to hail a cab, and then a limo drove by me, and it was some guys I knew, and they picked me up in their limo, and I just partied.
That rules, dude. Fuck it.
Started getting killed.
Oh my god! And in your mind, you're like, "That's an awesome story," and my life is charmed. But really, it's sad.
I was fucking talking to my buddy Zach. We were like talking about like growing up and like all this shit. Like, remember we used to get like fucked up and we go to brunch and get fucked up and then go to the beach and get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then we like had a pause in the conversation. We're like, oh, this is sad. Like, fuck. What a waste of youth.
I know, dude. I remember, like, it really hit me that I was like probably an alcoholic when I was living in Athens, Georgia, and every day I would walk up and to the liquor store, Lee's Package, and I would get a 24-pack of Old Milwaukee, and I would just nurse that every day.
Yeah.
And then Lee's Package closed, and the next liquor store was a block up, and we were all like sitting around like somebody died. We were like, what are we going to do, man? Lee's Package closed. Like the idea of walking an extra block was like, it was so tragic to
like
us.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Earth-shattering.
Yeah, we were all like sitting there on our outdoor couches. Our outdoor couches just looking at each other like, I don't know how we're going to get through this, man. I remember one time
We'll get through it together.
I came back home and I realized that she had sold me a non-alcoholic Old Milwaukee 24-pack of non-alcoholic Old Milwaukee.
Okay.
And
now that's like your favorite beer.
I know.
Dude.
I love it, dude. I love it now. But now. Then it was like a TV show where you look up at the cameras above you and you go, no!
That's me when the internet's down.
Yeah, we were all such drunks. I remember one time my friend John was staying with us, and he had a rich girlfriend who had a really nice Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
And he comes out of the bedroom, and he's like yawning, and he's like, oh shit, are you going up front? I was like, yeah, I'm going to check the mail. He goes, do you mind if you grab the smokes out of my car? And I was like, yeah. And which was not his car. It was his girlfriend's car.
Yeah.
I go in the driveway. His car is just T-boned into the other car. and there's an empty pitcher from a bar. Like he left with the pitcher. He drove it.
Where was this?
This is in Athens, Georgia. And we come out, and I go, oh, fuck. And John comes outside. He goes, oh, I do not want to hear this from Steph. That's the first thing he says. And the car was, he didn't worry about our friend whose car he'd crashed into. He didn't worry about any of it. But he goes, were the smokes in there?
Like, I didn't get that far, dude. I don't know.
He also, one time, he got wasted. He was alone in his house. He got wasted and somehow had a fire extinguisher and just fucking circled around the house.
You can die.
He just plastered the house with the fire extinguisher, and his girlfriend.
And he like passed out from,
Yeah.
smoke, from carbon monoxide inhalation.
He's like, yeah. And so the way I found out about the story, he goes, yeah, Steph's pissed at me, dude. I'm like, why? And he goes, I don't know. I mean, I was just like, had a few drinks, and I found a fire extinguisher, and I was just thought it'd be fun to, so I sprayed the fire extinguisher, and she got so, he's like, dude, she was so fucking mad. And I'm like, you don't understand how lucky you are that anybody puts up with you. You are the worst human being I've ever met in my life. And to him, everybody is just so on his ass. Everybody's up his ass all the time.
I know how he feels, dude. I know exactly how he feels.
Poor man.
I'm just looking for a lady who will put up with it,
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
one
yeah.
of these Zebulon girls will clean the room, do the dishes, for God's sakes.
I remember one time we made a really lewd comment. I can't remember what about our only girl roommate. And I just go, hey, take it easy. And he goes, oh, so now we can't talk about girls? And he screams at the middle. It's like when you're younger, you just have these guys that are around that you would never put up with.
Yeah,
that are
seriously,
older, but for some reason they're just always there.
Yeah, it's fine.
And it's like a sitcom where it's like you're forced into the situation. You're like, oh, John's coming over.
Yeah.
It never occurred to us to be like, no, John, you're not coming over.
Yeah, we don't like you.
We don't like you.
There was a guy, we say my freshman year of college in Seattle, there was this dude who, he lived like right next to the dorms. He's just like 40-year-old guy who just like happened to be at the same area we smoke weed at outside the dorms. And he's like, oh, you guys should come over to my house and fucking, we'll play some chess and fucking smoke weed. And we're like fucking 18. We're like,
Yeah.
fucking whatever, yeah,
whatever.
sure. This is fucking
Weed and chess.
college, right? Yeah, you know.
It's academic,
Classic college stuff.
partying.
It's me
So we're
from
at
the
this-
future.
Yeah, exactly. He was this bald dude, and he had tinfoil up on all the windows,
Oh, yeah.
so because the radiation waves were gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And he'd talk to us all the time about like astral projection and
Yep.
fucking. He was a Hebrew Israelite, like the black guys who think that
they
they
stand
were
on
the
the
real
boxes
Jews.
and
Yeah.
scream at you.
Yeah, exactly. And so we'd hang out with this guy for like a whole year.
Little secret, they are. we totally just yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But so we hung out with this guy for like a year. We'd go to his house all the time and play chess and listen to his fucking just wild stuff about fucking like your third eye and how you unlock it and all this fucking weird
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And then the next year I moved into a house with a bunch of rugby players, and we were like, hey, that guy's coming over. And I'm like, no. No, we're never hanging out with that guy again. We have a house now. I don't have to go sit in a tinfoiled fucking apartment.
Was he smoking meth, or was he just like
I
that?
don't know. He never smoked meth around us. He was fucking always cool about that.
He's always hoarding it.
Yeah, exactly. He
didn't
didn't want
want
us
us
to
to
have it.
share.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely had a lot of meth head tendencies.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he could have been insane. We had a roommate who was essentially like that at this house for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I bought an axe.
That's our sponsor, Lenny and Larry's complete package protein cookies. And, get that ass nice and fat with Lenny and Larry's complete cookie.
So
I
there,
think we have to bleep that out. Honestly, I don't think we. Are we allowed to?
I have a sponsor.
I mean, listen, if we get to the point where we're getting cease and desist, that's all right with me.
That's how you know you made it.
That'd
when
be a
you
funny
get a
cease and desist.
Yeah.
It's from
Stop.
Lenny and Larry.
We don't want to be associated with this man, even though he probably eats more of our cookies than any other living human. Do you want to be me? Try the complete cookie.
Lenny and Larry.
They're just jacked with dewy, frizzy hair.
I mean, Lenny. I've never met a Lenny that wasn't Jewish, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they supposed to be Jewish? I took them as
He thought they were funk rockers.
I thought they were black. I thought they were throwing out.
You thought they were black? Let me see that.
Jackson's never seen a black guy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
They
see
look
color.
like Larry David in the 70s. You ever seen Larry David when he was like on
I guess
SNL?
there aren't
No,
a lot of
that's
black
funny.
dudes
Old-
named Lenny or Larry, huh?
Well, Larry, yeah, for sure. And Lenny. Yeah,
I don't
no.
see color because of
Simpsons?
my tinted shades.
Everybody's red to me.
Yeah, everyone's red to me.
Yeah. If they were black, it'd be Lenny.
But a certain group of people seems to appreciate my fashion sense more than the other people. But I don't know who those people might be because I don't see color.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nose width is how you do it.
That's a Sarah Silverman
Jack's
joke.
done a lot of blackface. He
You know,
actually knows.
Sarah Silverman used to have that joke where she's like, I don't see color, but I do see eye and nose shapes.
Jesus Christ. She's a bad girl. Oh. Oh. I like when she takes risks. Oh, Sarah. Taking so many risks. God damn
Lord.
it, Sarah.
Oh, those are the headphones right there
Look at that.
that we were looking for.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're hanging down right there.
They're
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
No, they're a nice
you,
set
are
piece.
you are out on your mind.
Oh, yeah? You didn't notice them either, cocksucker.
I don't. What if you run the kind of ship? If I said, "What about these, Daddy?" You'd fucking whop me one.
Well, it's because you would have called me daddy.
I said,
If you would have said, Brian, what about those headphones? I'd have been like, oh, thanks.
I
But
don't
what
know.
about these, daddy? Of course I'd slap the shit out of you.
I thought that you saw them. They're clearly right there. The moment you were like, I had some smaller headphones. I saw them right there. I was like, I guess he was talking about something else. He's out of his mind. He's burying bodies in a field.
No, I'm not.
Whatever the fuck you're up to.
I was running late because I had to go to those fucking poppy fields with Mindy.
Okay.
Those-
Oh yeah, there's the super
wa-
bloom.
Yeah, the super bloom.
You're not a flowers guy.
Let me
You
shock
did-
you
there
with
was
this
more
one.
going on.
No, I'm not.
She was dressed like she's from Jonestown.
Okay.
There's
Well,
something
nobody
more
could see
going
that
on.
though. So, but no, there was nothing else going on. But the thing we went to see, there's a super bloom of poppy fields. She mentioned that she wanted to go. So I was like, I think I can make this work if we leave at 9. But of course, the idea that you'll do something quick in LA,
Yeah, for
it's
real.
impossible. It's fucking possible.
Don't worry, we'll take care of everything. I'll take
Yeah?
care of everything.
All right, what do
Yeah.
you got?
That's
That's a horrible way to ask a
Don't
question.
make-
That's
don't
like the
make-
worst thing a host could do. That's how Kill Tony works. Like,
Yeah.
tell me the funniest thing that ever happened to you.
fuck
Yeah.
you.
And you're
Fuck
like,
you.
do all the
Fuck
work.
you. When you get on the stage, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
Just they're mentally pushing you off of the
So
stage.
what are you into? That
Who are
crowd
you?
that crowd work trick. So what are you into? I collect trucks. Oh great, haven't heard of global warming. Like instantly trashing
Yeah.
whatever the person
You
does.
fucking whore.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Crowd work is just bullying. It bothers me
No,
sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm on the heckler side a lot of times
Yeah.
these days. Like, especially seeing people goad them and shit, and like just the instant fucking like indignance and like.
Yeah.
I just try and
exactly.
fuck
I
them.
used to. I'm like trying to not be that. I used to like rely on that, just being vicious
Yeah.
to everybody around me. I'm like really trying not to do that
I
anymore.
just try and fuck the men.
This woman stormed the stage on me at the Improv one time. I don't
I remember. I think you told me about that.
She fell asleep, and then I told a joke, and she woke up mad at the joke. Like she like heard it in her sleep. It was 9/11 or ish or something. I was telling some kind of joke, and she was like, "Not funny." Like out of her eyes were. She woke up to, "What the fuck did you just say?" And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I disturbed your nap." And she walked up on the stage, and it was very funny because she was wasted. And she walked up on the stage, and she got to me, and I just go, "What's your plan?" And then I just put the microphone to her mouth, and she's like, "Of course, nobody. You were probably working there. Nobody at the Improv got her off the stage. Everybody's just like, oh, I want to see where this goes." There's like no security
She's
whatsoever.
not in danger at all, or she's not in danger in a little bit.
I got bitch slapped on stage once.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I called a guy
In Oakland?
In Oakland, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
called a guy an undercover cop.
Yeah.
Because
That's hilarious.
I have a buddy who will always book these last minute like non-shows. He's like, "Come on, we got a show going on right now," and it was like a 420 festival, but it was an open field in the back of a cafe, and you know Revolution Cafe.
I do.
So
I used to live walking distance there.
I used
Remember
to
that?
do-
Well, for real quick though, for people listening to this podcast, when I had that shotgun shoved into my face, 2 blocks from Revolution Cafe.
Jesus.
2 blocks.
It's
Hell
a-
yeah!
it's a
what
great
a fucking
establishment.
great place. Yeah.
They have the Black Panther throne in there. I
Yes.
would always sit in it and be like, "I don't see what the problem is. How about you crawl up out of my ass, you blacks?"
Well, you are White
I wanna-
Panther.
I'm White Panther.
Yeah.
yeah.
I defend. I don't allow any other whites in this neighborhood. But anyways, it's going bad, and there was like broken down. There was like broken down like farm equipment and shit and
Yeah.
vehicles, and I was like, "What is this? The black version of Mad Max?" So not a great opener, but
I bet had you just said Mad Max, it would have probably gone over a
and
lot.
I've
better.
learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about touching the race button. I've learned a lot about that delicious racial button and pushing it and when not to push it. And I've learned that maybe never pushing it is best. But
It's like a good bass player. It's all about the rests.
so I'm eating.
It's the notes you don't
Yeah,
play.
It's the racist stuff you don't say.
It's
Yeah,
the words
yeah.
you don't say.
Looking back, look, I've grown a lot. So I'm eating shit, and this one dude is taping me. He just starts taping me with his phone. I'm like, Jesus, what's this guy? A fucking undercover cop?
What, you got a black version of an iPhone?
I said, I was like, I didn't know blacks
Is that the
had
black version of a
phones.
bitch slap?
I was like, what is this, Black Phone, the new film? So I was like, what is this guy, an undercover cop? And he gets really serious. He steps onto the stage. He goes, "You want to fucking say that shit to me again? You want to say that to me again?" I just go, "Hey, buddy, it's all part of the show. And he goes, is this part of the fucking show? And he bitch slaps me. And I just said police brutality. And
Yeah, because now I'm fully convinced he's an undercover cop.
Yeah.
Like if I called you gay and you slapped me, I'd be like, you're definitely gay.
I'm not fucking gay. I'm not gay. But
You think this is a game?
and my friend following me, I was like wrapping
I
up my
got cases on all you mother. That's a cop.
Let's consult the file. Jackson Richard Banks.
How is this not a cop movie?
My friend in a wheelchair was following me, and I was like, I dare you to slap this next comic. I dare you to bitch slap this girl. And then later I went up to him, and because the phone was running when he hit me, and I went up and I was like, yo, we talked it out, and I was like, can I see the tape of you hitting me? And he was like, oh, that wasn't a good angle. And then I saw them going over like to the side, and some other dudes came and looked at the video on the phone and went, oh, like just loving it. And then later, these two people were like, I was praying to the Lord Jesus that someone would take you off of that stage.
Damn.
Wow.
And my prayers was answered.
Right, you know,
Christ.
right next to Revolution Cafe is a project housing, and that project housing has a little community area, and it might have the blackest name I've ever heard in my life. It's Slim Jenkins Court. Every time I walked by Slim Jenkins Court, I would giggle because I was like, that is such a funny name.
It does sound like
Slim Jenkins.
Slim Jenkins Court.
You just hear a wah pedal every time you walk by.
it sounds like a blaxploitation film.
It does.
Slim Jenkins is going to lay some pipe tonight.
Yeah.
But first, he's got to solve the case. Little Slim.
Yeah. There should be fuzzy dice hanging over the intro.
Slim Jenkins is an undercover cop, and he'll bitch slap anyone who fucking brings it up. He'll tape it on his black phone.